its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
It's a 47.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
This is Geis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run with Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. If there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The 32-yard line.
So every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On the ground, it's Geis. And he stopped immediately there.
Geis, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tighten up. Pull it together. He's coming through rail. Watch 36.
Geis with a carry on second down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go play action with Wilson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Three. Alert 3, alert 3.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Heavy on the edges,
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's long. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 20.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
48,
Geis. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, They use the slot receiver to run deep down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. they've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
17-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Geis, they'll try to run it, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
And the Raven first down.
A shotgun snap to give to Dobbins. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On third down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Steelers' 46-yard
from the shotgun, Wilson. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
At the 33-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 33 yards. And the interception by the Steeler Dean leads to a touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 20.
They got 29 yards that time.
1st down.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Baltimore.
Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Hayward, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. 65 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they've faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points.